Hello, YouTubers and viewers. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share, and hit the notification bell, please. Thank you, and enjoy this video. This video will not be Talking Man this time. This is Talking Man Story Time, Part 3. Once upon a time, this is Leo, sitting here all alone right now. Ew, well, what am I, excuse me, and then, well, once upon a time, this is Leo staying home all alone today. And then he said, oh man, I wish I was never alone. Then Leo tried to call his mom. He didn't answer. She didn't answer, I mean. Then Leo tried to call Gwen. Then she did not answer either. And Leo tried to call his dad, which is he didn't answer either. So Leo doesn't know what to do. And he said to himself, maybe they'll call back. One of them's call. And about a few moments later, someone is calling Leo. And it's his mother. So he answered it and said, hello, Mom. And then she told him, why'd you try to call me? Well, I wanted to know what's going on. And his mom said, I'm at work. Can I call you at lunch break? And Leo said, yes. So Leo hung up and then his dad called. Ouch, why am I got pain? So Leo answered his dad and said, hello, father. And his dad laughed. And he said, wow, I know I'm your father, but why were you saying hello, father? You're supposed to say hello, dad, you silly peanut, his dad said. And then he said, well, dad, I just wanted to see how you're feeling, Leo said. And he said, oh, well, son, I am fine. And I just want to... Leo said, I got mixed up anyway. Leo said, well, Dad, I'm gonna get going and try to take a nap. His father said, okay, buddy, well, you call me later? And Leo said, yes, I'll call you later. Okay, and his dad said, bye, son, I love you. So Leo hangs up on his father and then takes a nap. And about 2 hours later, Leo woke up and said, oh no, it's about 11 o'clock and my grandma's about to call. And then moments later, Leo's grandma called and Leo answered it and said, hello, Grammy? His grandmother said, hello, grandson. I'm on my way to your house now, okay? So I just got done at the eye appointment. And Leo said, oh, did he do an injection or something? His grandmother said, yes, but I'm okay, I can still drive. So Leo said, okay. Okay, what are we at here? And Leo's grandma said, I'm almost to your house. I'll see you in a bit. And then Leo said, okay, bye, I love you. I'll see you in a bit. Then Leo hangs up on Graham and trying to stretch and go get something for lunch before Graham gets here. And then some random phone number was calling Leo. And he answered it and said, hello, who is this? And the random number said, it's your uncle, my nephew. Oh, my Uncle Justin, hello. And then Leo didn't realize it was him. So he said hello to his uncle and he said, oh, and Leo's uncle said, oh, nephew, I'm working right now and I just want to give you a call and say hi quick. Leo said, oh, okay, well, have a good day at work. And Leo's uncle said, okay, thank you, and I will. If I see anything or hear anything, I'll tell you. And Leo said, okay, bye, love you, beep. And Leo hangs up on his uncle. And then, when his grandmother came, and then when Leo's grandmother came, she said, "Come on, Leo, we're gonna try and find a train for you." And Leo said, "Okay, but okay, okay, Graham." And then off they go to look for that train in the afternoon. So, hey, oh, Leo was Leo was excited to look for that train. Yeah, yep, and Leo is really excited. And then and his grandmother said, "Hey Leo, do you want to look at the yard first, or first party?" And Leo said, "How about we go to the yard first and see what happens if there's anything?" And his grandmother said, "Okay, we can do that. If there's any train, we can sit here, but I don't want us to get in trouble." Then Leo said, "Okay." After they got to the yard, and Leo said, "Oh my gosh, there was a train. He has his lights on." Mm. And then Leo's grandma said, "Oh my God, I see it too. Don't worry, buddy. I'll park and you can video it, okay?" Did I say that, Mom? I think I said one person. Sorry about that. Let me try again. So, Leo's grandmother said, "Oh yeah, I see it too. Don't worry, buddy. I'll park and you can video it, okay?" And Leo said, "Yay, okay." And then a few minutes later, a train was coming. And Leo heard the wheel question go off. So Leo told his grandmother to go and park at the Sons of Italy, Lock Haven. And Leo told his grandmother, "Oh, I hear him. He's coming." And and then his grandmother said, "Oh, I only hear the whale crossing, but I'll try and park at the Sons of Italy." Hmm. Once his grandmother parked at the Sons of Italy, the whale crossing go off down there too. So Leo quickly got out and tried to record it on his phone. And this train was loud. You listen in this video. And this train was so freaking loud. And Leo got that. And once the train ended, Leo was very excited and very excited from now on until she likes it. He likes it. And and this train had two engines. Oh, that was so crazy, isn't it? And then once they left, another train came. No, actually, once they left, the Graham stopped to get gas. And Leo said, "Dude, Graham, I like this train video now. It's so good. Do you know what the engine numbers are?" His grandmother asked. "I really don't know, but I looked in the video," Leo said. And his grandmother said, "Okay, grandson." And once they left the gas station, they went home and relaxed and took a nap. No, actually, once they left the gas station, they went home and get some supper. And once they did get supper, you might listen to what they're having for supper. Leo, what are you gonna eat for supper? I'm gonna have a pie, the meat pie. And Leo's grandma was agreed. Uh-huh. And Leo told his grandmother, asked his grandmother, "What are you gonna have for supper?" "Waffles." And Leo said, "Dude, that you always have waffles in the morning and now for supper?" And she said yes. Oh, and once they ate supper, Leo was playing on his phone and see what's happening. And once, uh, his grandmother said, and Leo said, what? And Leo was looking outside of the house, and he saw a big squirrel on the car part. And Leo's like, ah! And Leo's grandmother said, what's wrong, Billy, grandson? Leo said, there's that big squirrel on a car part. And Leo's grandmother said, oh, yeah, it's not going to hurt you, buddy. Oh, I'm sure it will, Leo said. And, and once Leo opened the door, the squirrel ran away. And Leo said, wow, that squirrel took off quick when I opened the door. And when it's nighttime, Leo called his grandmother. And she said, hey, grandson, how are you? And Leo said, I'm pretty good, how are you? And then she said, I'm fine. And Leo said, what's wrong? His nanny said, oh, I'm fine, nothing. And then once Leo was done calling his nan, he was going to bed now. And then Leo's grandmother said, good night, grandson, I love you, and sweet dreams. And then Leo went off to bed, and the next morning he woke up, he heard a big loud noise. What do you think it was, everyone? A train, a wolf, or a dog? That is correct. It's the train. And so Leo woke up and heard a big loud noise and it was a train. And that woke him up too. And that woke up his grandmother too. And she said, Leo, are you awake? I hear a train and we gotta go right away. And Leo said, I'm awake and I'm going and I'm coming. And then off they go to find the train. And they looked at Mel Hall, and there it was. He was going towards Mel Hall. Yep. Oh my God, Leo said. There was one heading east down here. And then Leo's grandmother said, oh my God, I see it too. Hold on, buddy. Let me park and you can video it. Hmm. Do you know what kind of train it is? Is it a sand train, gypsum train, or a coal train? That is correct. It's a gypsum train. So Leo thinks it's a sand train, and then once it came closer, and Leo said, it's a gypsum train, everyone. And Leo counted the cars, and guess how many cars that train has? 130 cars, 200 cars, or 500 cars? That is correct, everyone. 130 cars. And Leo thinks it has 100 and 200 cars. And once he counted them, he said, wow, 130 cars on this train. And then once the train ended, they went back home and then went back to sleep. After it was 7 o'clock, Leo woke up and then his grandmother wake up. So he said, so you got up and get dressed, and then they sneak out in here behind her. What? Oh, sorry. And Leo said, And Leo's grandmother said, "Hey, good morning, my grandson. What are you gonna have for breakfast?" Leo said, waffles." "Oh, um, grandson? What's that?" "I'll be down in a second, and I'm trying to get dressed here." "Okay, Graham, I'll be right here." Off Leo goes to go get breakfast. And Leo had two waffles, and Graham had... "Excuse me," Leo said. And Leo's Graham burped too, afterwards. Yeah. And then, once they ate breakfast, they relaxed and watched the news and see what happened. And, yeah. And then what? Leo's grandmother asked Leo, So grandson, um, excuse me. So grandson, how you be, what are you asking me, Graham? Do you want to play a game with me or something? Maybe we're gonna go get McDonald's for lunch if you want. Leo said, "Oh, sounds great, Graham." And then once it's noon at 12, Leo and Graham went off to go get lunch at McDonald's. Leo's grandmother asked Leo, "Hey grandson, what do you want from here? Do you want fries, nuggets?" Leo said, "Yes, Graham, I would love to have them for lunch, and not burgers." "Burgers, you say?" went Leo. No, I meant... Okay. Leo's grandmother said to him, "I'm getting a burger. I meant burgers." "It's burgers, not burgers," Leo said to her grandmother. And Leo's grandmother said, I know. Oh, do you want to go to drive-thru or go inside and order?" Leo said, "How about we go inside and order?" Leo's grandmother said, "Nah, how about I go drive-thru? There's no line." And Leo said, "Okay." And then once they got lunch, off they go home and eat McDonald's. Oh, sounds cool. And Leo's grandmother asked Leo, "Hey grandson, how was your lunch?" Leo said, "Oh, it's pretty good. How about yours?" "Oh, this burger tastes good." And Leo said to his grandmother, very angry, "It's burgers, not burgers." "Yeah, like I got it mixed up sometime," his grandmother said. Hmm. Huh? So, what do you think it's... Excuse me, I burped. But because I talked too much, anyway. And then Leo's phone was ringing, and then it's his mom, and his grandmother said, "Leo, your phone's ringing." So Leo answered his mom and said, "Hello, mother." Leo's mom said, "Hello, my son." Oh, and Leo's mom said, "What's the matter?" And Leo is crying. Oh, Leo said, I miss you, Mom. I don't know why." Leo's mom said, "Oh, it's okay, buddy. I'll be home in a little bit, okay? Mommy is just working night shift now. Well, not night shift, but day shift, right?" "Yes, son." "Hey, Leo, could I speak to your grandmother, please?" "Yes." "Oh, So Leo hands the phone to his grandma and said, hey Jess, what is Leo crying for something? Yes, Mom said. And Leo's grandmother said, oh, I hear what he said. He said he misses you. Leo's mom said, oh, I know, but I'm coming home in about an hour, but... And don't say anything to Leo, but we're gonna grill tonight. Leo heard it. Leo said, hey, I heard that. And then Leo's mom and Leo's gram laughed. Isn't that crazy, guys? So, one day, well, 1 hour later, Leo's mom came and said, Leo's mom and said, hey son, guess who's here? Oh, it's you. Yeah, it's your mother. So, isn't that crazy about today's story? Yeah, I know, right? It's crazy. And then Leo gets his mom a hug and kiss, and then says she loves her. Well, I guess that's the end of the story. Thank you everyone for watching today's story today. And so, I got good news for you. Leo's gram is at her eye appointment now. And then Leo's mom is at work. Which is good. Okay. Alright. Thank you everyone for watching today's story time part 3 today. And you're more than powerful than you need to be. Alright. I'm Talking Ben, the dog, and download this app for free on the App Store or from the Play Store. It's called Talking Ben the dog. Download this app if you want, and on the App Store or the Google Play Store. So I'm Talking Ben the dog, and we are CNN 10. And I like you to hear this story about Talking Ben the dog story time part 3. Alright, we're gonna get on. I'm Talking Ben the dog, and we are CNN 10. Thank you everyone for watching. Please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share, and hit notification to get Leo so many more subscribers. And hope you have a great day.